to the most original talk radio station anywhere. We are LA Talk Radio at latalkradio.com.
You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona. Priscilla Leona. Only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to Question Reality. I'm your host, Priscilla Leona, and we are coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Our show is broadcast every Sunday from 5 o'clock to 5:50 Pacific Standard Time. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, our show will help you to question your career reality. Now, this show is for you if you were, are, or might be considering a career in the entertainment industry. Our guests will provide tips, advice, resource information on how and what it takes to successfully pursue a career in show business. And our guests work in various professions of entertainment, so that means that we will definitely have someone on the show sooner or later from a career that you are interested in. If you want to check out our past guests, read their bios, listen to their interview instantly, or download one of the shows, go to the LA Talk Radio website, and that's latalkradio.com. If you are listening to this live, you're already there. So you would go to the link at the top of the website that says Channel 1, scroll down and look for the graphic of our show, Question Reality, and then you click the link. And this takes you directly to our archive page where you can view the list of all of our past guests. Now, our shows are also available for download on iTunes under the podcast section. Just type in Question Reality Radio in the search box, and there you go. We're all there from 2008 until now. And if you want to find out about our future guests, all the guests that are going to be on the show up until, I think we're booked until about August. So you can excuse me, you can visit the official Question Reality website, and that is questionrealityshow.com, questionrealityshow.com. And we have a fantastic guest for you today. His name is Ryan Adames, and I hope I pronounced that right this time, because I must have pronounced it 4 different ways today when I was talking to him to confirm the show. And hopefully he'll correct me if it's wrong. I do have a tendency to get names incorrectly pronounced when they sound similar, and it's spelled Adames, Ryan Adames. He is a singer, songwriter, actor, and dancer, and you might want to go to his website and check it out. He's got a lot of really cool things on there, including his full complete bio and also his songs. Any information you want to know about Ryan, you can find on his website, and it's artistcard.com or artiste, ARTISTE. Got to add the little E in there. Or it might stand for E-card. I don't know. We're going to have to ask him. ARTISTECARD.com. Now, you have to put the / in there. I made the mistake of not putting it in there, and I couldn't find Ryan. But it's / and then RyanAdames.com. RyanAdames. And you can find out, again, a complete bio, his updated news. There's a photo gallery, videos, his latest music. You can buy everything Ryan Adames there. He's got, you can go to his YouTube link on there, press, and then you can contact him. So we are going to be talking today. Hopefully he will answer some of the questions that we want to know about dancers. What are the best schools to attend? How to juggle a career as a dancer? How do you prevent injuries salaries as a dancer? And what are the best jobs to supplement your income and still be flexible for auditions? Those are very important questions that you want to know as a dancer, and hopefully he can answer more things that I didn't think about. Let's talk a little bit about Ryan, see who he is. We have him down here as an electro rock artist from Los Angeles. He was a dancer on the national tour of Oz, the musical, which starred Audrey Fembres. Forgive me, it's the name thing again. From Danity Kane and Thane Jasperson from the hit television network show and one of my favorite shows of all time, So You Think You Can Dance. Have never missed an episode. Very excited. It's about to start soon. I think right after American Idol goes off, as a matter of fact. Ryan starred in the feature film Vampire Boys, which featured 3 songs from his debut album. And Ryan Adamas' first single was Out of My Mind, and it was released on iTunes, and it blew it up. It just got such heavy rotation with the online radio station. So I think Ryan Adamas is a music icon on the rise, and we are so lucky to have him here today. So without further ado, let's talk to you. Oh, I like that. I rhymed it. Didn't mean to, but it just came out that way. Ryan, are you there to talk to us today?
I am. How are you doing, Priscilla?
I am fantastic. You know, when I went to your website and I looked at your picture, I said, oh, my God, he's so sexy and hot and cute. And I just got a fantasy of us doing the telephone interview with you sitting there in your little Speedo underwear. And I said, oh, my God, I'm married. I can't be thinking that. But, you know, when you see a hot guy, you just start thinking things, whether you admit it or not, women. My God.
You're the best. You're the best intro ever.
Thank you so much. Let's make sure we write a little review about that after the show. Put it on Facebook, shall we, darling?
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Well, you were brought to my attention by your PR person, Stephen Levine, who I love. I love this man more than any PR person I've ever met. He is like the best PR guy ever. He is just incredible. And I can't say enough about him. I actually, he contacted me way back in 2008 when my radio show first came on. And he said, I have a lot of clients and, you know, the spiel, I want to get them some PR, and can they come on your show? And I said, yes, they can. And I'm used to PR people that you're lucky if you get a phone call back from them. Oh boy, right. They'll be emailing me and stuff after this, but I don't care. I have dealt with a lot of PR people, and you're lucky if you get a phone call back from them. You're lucky if you get a return email. This guy was on the ball. I mean, he returns phone calls. He returns emails. I said, oh my God, is he really in PR? I just don't believe it. I can't understand it. And he's just
you wouldn't think so.
You wouldn't, because not only is he so professional, but he's so nice and he's funny, and he really works hard for his clients. He really does. And
he contacts me more than I contact him. So
I know.
Really well.
I know. That is so weird for a PR person. Usually you have to track them down, and they're usually smoking a crack pipe and have a prostitute on top of them. But not Stephen Levine. He's out flying the friendly skies right now as we speak, just taking up his little flying lessons. And do you know, I know for a fact that he was flying today or about to fly, and do you know he texted me your information? Because this morning I said, oh, I need to confirm that Ryan's coming on the show. Can you give me his phone number and tell me about the topics you want to talk about? And I don't know. Knowing Stephen, he was on the plane taking a lesson, and he was texting me your information. So I'm like, what a great PR guy for you, Ryan.
He's awesome.
Oh, my Lord, he is. But let's stop. I could talk about Stephen Levine the whole damn show. Let's move on to you. All right, so this is a question that I ask all first-time guests because people want to know. They want to know, okay, you are who you are today, but when Ryan Adamas was a little boy, what did he want to do or be when he grew up? What did you see yourself being or doing?
I guess that's a tough question. I mean, when I was little, I was super crazy and always into the dramatics of things. I used to love putting on shows like for my grandparents. Like I never really thought about it in a deep way of what I wanted to be. You know, I've always been that kind of like free bird, I would say. And but I was always really passionate about just creativity and art. And so I used to want to be an artist. Like I draw. So I used to want to be an artist. And then I started acting, and and these weren't even like acting in shows. It was just when I was little, I would like to act like Jim Carrey. I used to impersonate him all the time.
Me too.
Yeah, I used to love him. Like I was a big fan of his. And then I used to always love music. So my parents used to always listen to music all the time, and like my mom would always, listen to expose and stuff like that. So I would always like kind of, just hear all this kind of music, and I was always really passionate about dancing and that kind of stuff. So I didn't know necessarily what I wanted to be maybe specifically, but I knew that I wanted to do something in the entertainment industry. So something fun.
You know, Jim Carrey, I don't know if you saw him in, oh God, what was that movie where he sang the song from Grace Slick? Oh, was it The Cable Guy maybe? He actually has a really good voice. I wanted to interject that. I don't think a lot of people know how well Jim Carrey sings. He's really
talented. I guess the comedy overshadows a lot of the things, but he's super talented. So
he is. You know, there are people that are just born talented, and he was born talented. I felt so bad for his daughter. She came on an audition for American Idol, and she didn't make it. And I thought, before I heard her sing, I said, oh my God, she's going to be fantastic, because her father is a phenomenal singer. And she was good. She was good. But I don't know why they didn't move her to the next level, which I don't understand, because that would have been really great publicity for them. But
yeah,
I don't know why they didn't do that. That's kind of crazy. But moving on. Okay, so your parents at a very young age saw that you wanted to be an entertainer. Now, when they obviously knew you were heading down that path, did you have full support from them when you were little? I mean, how did they react, and how did they support during your growing up years?
Sure. My family is very supportive of my career now, and I think my family actually like really appreciate how I grew up. Like my mom never put pressure on me to do anything. Like I went to gymnastics when I was younger, and I didn't like it. I was embarrassed actually by it, because I thought that I was like one of the only boys in the class, and I just thought that people didn't. I know I felt really awkward about it at a young age, and then my mom asked me about dance classes, but I never wanted to do dance class because I was embarrassed by it. And so, back then dancing wasn't as big as it is now. There wasn't these TV shows about it, so it wasn't mainstream then.
Right.
And she never put pressure on me to do anything, and they never really asked me, like, they never put pressure and, told me I had to do certain, like, sports or activities. So it was kind of nice, because I was able to do what I wanted to do, and everything that I wanted to do, they supported me. And, if I wanted to do acrobating, my mom would have taken me, just to try it and see if I liked it. So I really think that that's a good thing for parents to be, and not put pressure on your kids, because I feel like, they don't know what they want at a young age. So they did support me in it, and they didn't necessarily, I could have been a doctor now for all they thought then. But I just think they really, really wanted to support whatever I was interested in at the time.
Are they in the entertainment industry at all, or have
No.
you had? Do you have grandparents or any kind of relatives that were ever in the entertainment industry?
I don't. I didn't grow up really in the industry at all. My mom's a stay-at-home mom, and she's amazing. And it's Mother's Day, of course, so I got to blow it up a little bit.
What is Mother's name?
My mother's name is Valerie.
Valerie. So let's say Happy Mother's Day to Valerie. Happy Mother's Day, Valerie. Now, what do you have to say to Mother today?
Oh gosh, so much stuff. I mean, my mom has been such an inspiration in my career, my whole life. And she, my parents divorced when I was a younger age, and so my mom, for 25 years, she supported us as far as being a mom and raising children, which is, I think, one of the hardest jobs in the world. And she really, showed me that it's not about money, and about those kind of things, but it's about showing who you are, and, just stepping up and being an adult, and just really making whatever you have, whether it's $5 or $50 or $1 million, just making, dealing with what you have. And she just showed me a lot of stuff, and she helped me be the person I am today. So she's definitely my hero and my inspiration a lot of times. So I really love her. She's awesome.
Well, she must be attractive, and your father must be a hottie, too, because they really pumped out a hot-looking son, Valerie. You picked a good one to match to get to this beautiful boy, Ryan. So good job, Mother.
She would appreciate that, definitely.
Well, you're going to have to force her to listen to the show for her to hear that, huh?
I will.
Well, let me ask you, you were very lucky to have the full support of Valerie and your dad. And not all children who choose to get into entertainment get the support like you. What advice would you give children who don't have supportive parents and who are harassing them to pursue a career as a doctor, a lawyer, or anything other than in the entertainment business? Do you feel that it's necessary for people to go to school to have a backup career, or do you feel more like, you should just go for it and try it? You don't need to go to school for it. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a good question. I mean, I do feel at some point that it is good for parents to instill some sort of, stability and so that children do know that if you're a doctor or if you're, whatever you are, if you have a career in something, that you can be successful. And the thing about the entertainment industry is that you don't know. And, of course, I know that my mother wishes that I wasn't in a career where it's so, judgmental and, iffy about income and things like that, because of course that can be hard. But I do think that if you're young and your parents want you to be something, you don't know. Like, I know so many people that after high school, they went to college right away, immediately, and they went for whatever they thought they wanted to go for, and 3 years later or 4 years later, they don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
And you want to be passionate about something. So for me, my personal thing is that I went to college, but I didn't complete college, and so I believe very strongly in my career, and I believe that I'm meant for this, whether it's my career in music or songwriting for other artists. I really believe that. So I think that if you believe in your heart that something is really meant for you, and if you go to sleep thinking about it and you wake up thinking about it, then I really think that you should pursue that. And you're only young once, so you don't want to wake up one day and you're 50 and, realize that you didn't follow your dreams. That's the worst feeling in the world.
This is true. Now, you are a singer, a songwriter, an actor, and a dancer. Some people say, I want to know what your thoughts are on this. Some people say that when you give yourself so many titles or try to pursue so many things, that you turn into, what is that saying? A master and a master of all trade. God, I can't remember but there's a saying where you're trying to spread yourself too thin, and that if you don't focus on one thing and master it, then you never really become proficient at any of them. I don't personally believe that, but there are people that do believe that. What people who are not in the entertainment industry may not understand is that it's very common if you're a singer to also be a songwriter, because that kind of goes hand in hand. And then if you're an actor, you can also be a dancer or a singer-songwriter. So they all do go hand in hand, but it is really hard for parents. And again, I'm focusing on the parents, for them to understand. They say to their children, I've heard this so many times, why don't you focus on one thing? Focus on being a singer, or just focus on a songwriter, because then you'll be known as the best in that field. But they don't understand. Can you explain and try, if there are any mothers or fathers out there that are listening and their kids want to do all these things, and they are, can you tell us about how that's okay? Why is it important, and why can you do all of these things and succeed?
Okay. I mean, of course, I spread myself too thin sometimes, and that is a reality of when you're trying to become something. But I do believe that in the entertainment industry, I don't know about other industries, but I do know in the entertainment industry, nowadays, you can't just be a singer. You have to be a singer, a writer, a producer, an actor, a dancer. Like, you have to be literally everything, or else you're going to get eaten alive, because all the other talent out there can do those things. And, you know, I didn't necessarily go into it saying, oh, I have to be all these things because I want to be successful. No, I just actually really enjoy dancing. So as a music artist now, I still focus on one thing per se. Like, I do believe that my music is my number one priority, and that is what I'm going to focus on. But I do think that you are allowed, and that you should be, you know, rightfully so, be allowed to, you know, just do other things, because it's important to know. You don't want to be that person that doesn't know anything about something. You go to an audition, they say, can you sing? Because that does happen a lot. If you're a dancer, you go to audition, they say, can you sing? And you say, well, I don't really know. Well, you're cut, you know. So you have to be, you know, well-versed in all these different things. And it's a good thing, because you're just a better person in the end, you know. And so it's important. You don't have to go to singing lessons, dance class, piano lessons, guitar lessons. You don't have to do all that. But you can teach yourself. You can dance at home. You can learn choreography on TV. You can songwrite on your own. And for me, everything kind of went hand in hand. You know, being an actor and being a musician, when you're on stage, you're playing a part. The way I perform on stage isn't how I am in person. So when I'm dancing, that's the same thing. So it all goes hand in hand for me in this industry.
Yeah, you have to be a triple threat. You got to be a quadruple threat if you can. The more skills, the better. Like on Broadway, if you wanted to act on Broadway, you can't get by just being a singer or a dancer or an actor. You got to do it all, or else don't even think about standing in the 4-block line for an audition, because you're just wasting your time. So they need to kind of understand that that's the concept these days. I mean, we as a people have become so progressive. Look at technology. Well, you also have to do that with your skills. Not only, you know, technology, like with the computer. I mean, my God, now you have to know so many things to even work on a computer today to conduct your business. So you have to think of that as well. People who are not in the entertainment industry. I mean, people who are on the computer, you got to know Word, you got to know Excel, you have to know PowerPoint, you got to know Microsoft Publisher, especially if you're an entrepreneur, or if you make enough money, hire someone, but it's best that you know it yourself, right? So we have had some people send emails when we sent out our press release that you were going to be on the show. We got a couple emails, and I just would love to ask them and have you answer them for these people. And would you mind taking a couple questions? Okay. So this first email comes from Blair from Sterling, Virginia. And I don't know if that's a male or a female, so I'm sorry, but he or she said, Dear Ryan, who are some of your musical influences?
That's a really good question. I get asked this a lot, actually. So hello to Virginia, and whatever your name is.
Oh, no, Blair from Sterling, Virginia.
Oh, Blair. Okay, yeah, Blair. It could be that's a very gender-neutral name.
It is.
Okay, so I think, I grew up listening to so many different kinds of music. Like I said, my mom used to listen to, like, Expose, and, you know, that kind of, like, more dancey stuff.
Oh, my God, Expose. Did you just say that was your mother's favorite? Because that was my favorite. Oh, my God.
My mom loves Expose, and I used to love them, too.
Oh, my God, Ryan, you just broke my heart. All right. Yes, I could be a mother. I am at the age, right? Yes, Expose rocked, right? So
I love Expose and stuff, but I really enjoy just creative. I've always really liked interesting sounding voices, so I love Depeche Mode and like New Order. Yeah, my dad used to like Black Sabbath and like just all those kind of. So I had very different influences growing up, but I've always really enjoyed the kind of like throwback music a little bit. Of course, I like new artists now and stuff, and I love Adele. I think she's amazing.
Oh,
but I really do enjoy music from, you know, back then in the 80s and just different kind of music, because I just feel like it's so fun and just really cool, you know?
Oh, my God. Well, we have the same taste, because those are all my favorites, too. I am sad.
We're perfect for each other.
I know. Oh, don't say that. I'll be coming over your house, stalking you now. Have to send my husband out to do some shopping. You know, 80s music is my thing. Ryan, you don't know. My husband, begs me. He's like, please, please, I can't take another song from the 80s. And I love the 70s too. Okay. So, Saturday Night Fever album is played every single Saturday when I wake up. That's what goes on. It's very sad for my husband, because my husband is also a jazz musician. So can you imagine a jazz musician listening to Saturday Night Fever? Oh, not a happy camper on Saturday morning. But that's what
I'm coming over on Saturday to your house.
Oh, we're gonna have some cocktails and some 80s music. So, I can totally relate to your music. I love that you have so many influences. And would that make you? Now, I've listened to your song, which you're going to play a little bit later, so people stay tuned. We're about to play it pretty soon. But I listened to your music is so high energy. It's so, oh my God, pump it, get up and go. I was rocking. I think I lost 2 pounds just listening to that song, because I was dancing out and sweating my big ass off. So I loved it. So my question is you're welcome. Is that the style, not being familiar with their album, is that the style of music that you're focusing on now, or do you write for many different genres? Do songs for just that?
You know what? As for having such different tastes, I do, like the song Bang, my new single, is definitely a little bit different than some of my other stuff. My other stuff was more like electro rock, so kind of like Depeche Mode with like a new wave kind of thing going on. But I did at some point when I wrote the album, it was about a year ago, and so I was in a different place emotionally and just everything then than I am now. And so when I wrote this new song, Bang, I just wanted something fun, and I was ready to do that. And so now this is more of a dance kind of UK kind of sounding dance song. But I do still kind of write different things. But as an independent artist and a solo artist, I have the freedom to actually do different kinds of music. So I'm working on some different things. I want to be groundbreaking. I want to top myself every single time. So I don't want to do the same kind of thing every single time, which is, I think, a good quality. So I'm just doing different things. I'm having fun.
Oh my God, it's so about having fun. I mean, who in the hell is doing music if you're not having fun? Music is fun. So let's always do that. All right, let's take, I got another question here for you. I'm going to skip that one because I'm not really a big religion person. I'm more spiritual, and I don't know what that has to do with question. We're going to skip that one. Okay, let's go to this one. Dear Ryan, that's strange. Okay, who was your favorite celebrity to perform with? And that's from Brad from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Hey, Brad. Who's my favorite singer that I'd like to perform with?
Who was your favorite celebrity to perform with? So I guess he's assuming you perform with a celebrity or celebrities, and who was your favorite one that you performed with?
Who's my favorite celebrity? Well, Brad, I haven't performed with that many celebrities, so you might be surprised. But
well, who's closest to being a celebrity? We'll take that one. Besides yourself, of course. I would have just said myself.
Priscilla, obviously.
Of course. We're about to do the Saturday Night Fever song at the end of the show.
Yes. I'm gonna answer that.
What about the guy that you just did Bang? That's your
Yeah. He's super fun. I did my new song is with Chris Crocker, so he's definitely an internet celebrity. I would say he's obviously really fun to perform with, and it was an awesome time meeting him, and he's definitely a personality, and he's super cool, and I really think he's a good person. So I would say him, but also I'm going to answer that question as which singer I would like to perform with, because I'm going to throw that out there as a really good question for myself. And I just think I would love to perform with, anyone that's big right now as far as like female singers. I think it's great. I love Britney Spears. I've always been a really big Britney Spears fan, so it would be awesome to do a duet with her or with Lady Gaga, because I really believe in what she does, and I think she's an awesome role model for the youth now. So I would just say one of them, because I think they're so huge and so, iconic that it would be awesome to do something, because our music's a little bit different, so it's about time a male artist gets up there and gets to do something like that. That's
right. Well, I would have kind of paired you up, would like to see you with Adele, but, I think she's a soul.
I love Adele. She's amazing.
I heard she's just so shy. And I've read something somewhere, and I'm paraphrasing this because I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think she performed, and then she performs, and then she goes back in her dressing room, and she locks the door, and she doesn't want to meet anyone. And I can't remember what the celebrity was, but they knocked on the door because they really, really loved her work and they wanted to meet her. And she's too shy. She's got like stage fright. And that is so weird because she is such an incredible performer. But you know what they say? The people who have the worst stage fright are some of the best performers. Cher initially had stage fright. So there you go. But I can see you with Adele.
Crazy.
I can see you with Adele. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
I would love to. She's amazing. Everyone gets nervous. I get nervous. I was getting nervous before this interview, so.
Oh my God! Get out of here! You're a natural. You should be doing 5 interviews a day, every day, which I'm sure you will.
Hopefully one day.
Now the next question comes from Crystal from Plymouth. I don't know what Plymouth and what city, because she just said Crystal and Plymouth, and she said, now sometimes I'm going to read it as they write it, but I think we'll have to try to figure this one out. Dear Ryan, what does it take to be a band leader? What characteristics? So I think what she's saying is, what characteristic does it take to be, well, I don't think you're a band leader. I don't know why she put that, but let's just say, what characteristics does it take? That's a good question. What characteristics do you think it takes to be a successful singer-songwriter? And I'm even going to throw in there dancer, actor, because I think they would go across the board.
Okay, I mean, I think to be successful in any industry, but mostly in the entertainment industry, you have to be a natural-born leader. You can't come to, Los Angeles from wherever you're from, or even if you live here and just expect things to kind of happen for you. You have to really work your butt off and make it happen for yourself, because if you don't, then no one's going to do it for you, and you have to be a strong-minded individual. Like, I've always been very strong-minded. My mother was the same way, and so I grew up, if you don't like something, then tell somebody or figure it out for yourself, So that's why I feel like I've been so successful, is that I've done everything on my own, because sometimes if you don't trust someone to do things for you, you don't think they're going to do it the right way, then do it yourself, really, And, yeah, and even Madonna says that, and I feel like that's why she's so successful, because she was so strong-minded in the beginning. And if you have an idea and you think that it's a really great idea, then go for it and really make it happen for yourself. You have to, and you're going to hear no a lot in this industry. No, I've heard it so many times, but you have to just believe in yourself and be a strong person. And if someone is, taking advantage of you, then walk away and make it known that they will never do that again.
Absolutely. Yeah, I tell you, I think it's a little easier sometimes after you've been in the business a while to do that, because when you first get started, you are going to be nervous. People are going to intimidate you, but you just can't let them, and you just have to try to grow and feel confident in your abilities that you can, or you are the best that you can be. And some people are going to like you, some people are going to love you, and then some people are going to go, whatevs, and that's okay, because that's the way life works. No one is going to love you for everything you do. Even when you have a superstar celebrity that you love, you might love them for this, but then you see them in an interview and you go, oh, you know what? I don't really like their personality, but you love what they do. You may love the way they act or they sing, but you may not be able to hang with them. You may not think.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you got to think about yourself. You can't want everyone to love you. And that is such a mistake that a lot of people make when they're starting out, because they think, if not everybody loves me, then if I'm not good enough, and then they start doubting themselves, and that's when.
Well, it's a very dangerous game to play with yourself. Also, like,
it is.
No one will ever win, no matter what you're doing. No one's ever going to like you, and I'm sure there's tons of people out there that hate my music. I mean, if you go on YouTube and look at some of the comments on my stuff, some people hate my stuff, and it's totally fine, because I probably wouldn't like their music if they did it.
That's right. That's right. And
you
know what you got to always remember, Ryan? If they're talking about you, they're leaving somebody else alone. And any kind of bad publicity is still publicity. So
yeah, of course, I totally agree with that. And you just have to believe in yourself. And you have to be in the industry for the right reason. I think that's like my biggest advice to anyone about this industry is I feel like a lot of people go into the industry for different reasons to maybe wanting to be famous or whatever it is, and you can't do that because you won't be successful, you know. And I did my album and everything because I really was passionate about music, and I didn't care if it went anywhere, but I just really wanted to do music, and I wanted to write my music and co-produce everything. And so when I did that and actually had some success, I was very happy about it. But, you know, you have to be in the industry for the right reason.
That is exactly right. We're going to take one more question, and this one, it comes from Tony from Queens. Hey, Ryan, do you do gigs? Who books your gigs? Do you do gigs? Who books your gigs? So there you go. Tony from Queens. There you go, Ryan.
Tony, I do gigs, and I was going through a booker before, but now I just kind of am working with myself and my publicist and things like that, and that's how I book my gigs. A lot of times people will even email me on Facebook, and I check all my messages, even though if I don't get back to everyone right away, I check everything. And so sometimes people ask me if I can perform at a certain place or for a benefit, and I usually always say yes because I believe in, you know, giving back.
Every single gig is an opportunity. You never know who are at these gigs. You know, a lot of powerful people have friends that are not in the entertainment industry, and they happen to want to go see local performers because they like the whole indie experience. So if you're just starting out, or even if you're at an intermediate level, you should still do the gigs with the, what are they called when you just pick up your guitar and you kind of play by yourself?
Acoustic shows.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you do acoustic shows? Do you play an instrument, by the way?
I do. I play guitar. I write a lot of my songs on my guitar, so I have yet to do an acoustic show, but I'm really, really excited to start working on that for my tour and stuff, because I really want to do, you know, my music is very, you know, high energy, like you said, so it'll be a very big difference to do acoustically.
Now, I know that you're going on tour. You're starting the Out of Mind tour. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I've been working on it for so long. I feel like it's like my child that's about to give birth. But I record the album, and my first single was Out of My Mind, and my music video is for that. And so I wanted to call the tour that, and it's going to be a nightclub tour. So I'm working on booking it right now. I have a little bit, schedule-wise, some things have gotten shifted because of the getting ready to start filming another feature film. And so because of that, things have kind of gotten pushed back. But I'm working on that, and I have performances in Los Angeles. So that's what I'm starting in Los Angeles. It'll be a Southern California tour to start off with, and then after that we're going to branch out and do, you know, I want to go to New York and Florida, all those different places. Every place I can go to, I will.
Now, you said that something about your YouTube. Can we see any videos of you and any music videos on YouTube? You can. If you go to my website. Okay, we go to the website, which is Ryan. No. It's artistcard.com/Ryan Adams. Right?
Ryan Adams, yes.
Oh, my God, I did it again. Jesus Christ, forgive me. Ryan Adams. You've been doing good the whole interview, though. So. No. So if we go there, then it will be, let's everybody go there, artistcard, artistcard.com/RyanAdames. Oh, and there's a link that says YouTube. So there you go. And that goes right to your video. That's brilliant. I think I'm going to put that on my website. Thank you, Ryan. I never thought to do that. Oh, my God. Yep. And now we are, so when do you start this tour? Well, I start on June 1st, and June 1st is my first performance in Los Angeles. So I'm performing. If anyone's in Los Angeles, I would love for you to come. It's June 1st, and I believe it starts at 4 p.m., but I'm not 100% on that. And it's for LGBT Heritage Month, and I was asked by the mayor of Los Angeles to perform, so I'm really excited, and I'm definitely honored for that. And it has a huge stage, and we have a couple of other performers, so from The Voice and different things like that. So I'll be headlining that show. And I'm super excited about it. Who's going to be there performing from The Voice? Who is it? Because I was watching it. I love that show. I hate that you asked me that because I don't know her name, but I know that I believe she was on last season, and she has the shaved head. Oh, I know who you're talking about. She's shaved on the right and then long dark hair on the left. Oh, I love her voice. I can't remember her name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Real cute, petite girl with the little thing in her nose. Yeah, she was.
I think so, yeah. And also, one of the performers that was on RuPaul's Drag Race is going to be performing also. So it's us three.
Okay. Oh, wow. Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, so is that, can we see that? I'm going to go to your website again and see if I can see it. What would that be under? Would that be under news? So that
would be under news, except that I don't know all the details yet. That's the problem. So
okay.
I was just asked about it, and so I just confirmed the show. So that will be coming up soon. I'll update all that information.
Well, you know what? They can find out about that on your Facebook page, right?
Or on my Facebook.
Okay. All right, so if you want to check that out, he is on Facebook. And what is your Facebook name so they can find you? Is it Ryan Adames or? It's
facebook.com/theofficial Ryan Adames.
The official Ryan Adames. So there you go, the official, facebook.com, the official Ryan Adames. Well, that is exciting. Now, I know that you just did a movie called E-Ticket Ride. Just tell us about that. Now, I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
now, Ryan, okay, now, the only way I'm going to go see it is if you're telling me there's going to be some skin showing.
I will definitely have my shirt off in the film.
What's the movie about?
I'm really excited. It's going to be we're finishing filming in June, so we're anticipating the film's going to come out in August, around that time in the fall. And it's going to be super fun. It's just a really lighthearted story and has a lot of really great actors in it. It's going to be really funny and have a lot of really good-looking people in the film, so you guys can look at your eye candy. And it also has.
You got me there. All right, women, we're gonna watch it just because there's gonna be some eye candy. Go ahead, Ryan.
There you go. Yeah, and it's directed by Steven Vasquez. So I'm really excited because he's done some really great films.
Who is it directed by?
Steven Vasquez.
Okay.
And he's done some other films. It's really great. He did Vampire Boys 2, which I did the first one, so it was a pretty crazy coincidence that we met. And Jason Young is the producer, so he'll be part of it also. So we have a really cool cast with Will Bransky and David Allenson. So I know it's going to be a really awesome film, and we're going to do a premiere and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'll definitely be updating everyone when that is getting ready to come out. And I play a foreign exchange student. So it's a really fun role for me.
Oh, yeah, you already set the images in my mind about having a foreign exchange student. Oh, you know I'm perverted. I guess you can tell now. Right? You definitely. My husband's like, should I go out of the room? Are you going to be arrested by the time I come back? You guys, I only kid. I only kid. But it sounds like there's a lot of great things going on with you. How do you feel right now? Do you feel, I don't want to ask you your age. I assume you're in your 20s, but do you feel whatever age you are, that you are at the place where you want to be, you would like to be further in your career, or do you feel like you're moving at a pace that is good for you?
I mean, I definitely feel, as any artist, I feel like should feel. I think that I am not as successful as I would like to be, but I think at my age, compared to a lot of people that are my age, I feel like I am very successful. I've done all the things I've set out to do. So I do want to be at a different place in 5 years, of course, but I'm really happy. I think I'm achieving what I want to do, and it gets stressful, of course, but I am excited about it, because if I want to do something, then I set my mind to it, and I do it, and I've always been that person, and I love to work. That's a really great quality also for anyone that wants to come into the industry. You have to love to work because you're going to work a lot, and it's really great.
This is my question. I just popped into my head as I'm looking at your titles. Ryan Adames, when you get up in the morning, you're a singer, a songwriter, an actor, a dancer, or the combination of all four. Mm-hmm. But if you only had to pick one, that you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, do you feel like when you wake up in the morning, do you feel like you have to start work on songwriting first, working on your vocals to sing? practicing your chops to be an actor, or do you whip your leg up on a windowsill and start stretching as a dancer? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh, hands down would be music. I would be 100% happy if I could wake up every morning.
Writing a song or singing?
Singing.
Singing the song. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping for the dancer, and that you told me there were some other moves, like some Jean-Claude Van Damme with your legs stretched out on two chairs. Lord.
Oh, I still do that. I still do that while I'm singing, while I'm playing guitar.
Oh, my God. Don't give me a vision. Don't give me a vision. All right, you gave me the vision for the rest of the day. You know what, everybody? We are going to hear, finally, people are like, I've been waiting 45 minutes to hear Ryan Adames' song, and we are going to play it for you live as we close out this show. We are going to hear the wonderful, sexy, hot, sizzling Ryan Adames, which, by the way, I'm expecting you to come on my show at least one more time before the end of the year.
I would love to.
And let's talk about your other projects, because I think you got so much going on, and you're going to be able to tell us about what happened on your tour and what happened on the movie. I want you to let me know when this movie comes out, when you're having the premiere, so I can promote it and people can go see it.
I will definitely invite you. You're definitely going to come to the premiere of it.
Sure. And then maybe you can now I'm booked until August, and I think you said your movie is coming out in August. Maybe what we can do is get the producer or director, or maybe you could talk to whoever wants to come on the show, and you guys can come to the station and we could do a group interview and talk about the movie.
Oh, of course. I'm sure we would love to do that. I definitely will be in touch with you.
I'm going to lead you to spearhead that if you guys want to do that. I'll leave that option open for you. So we are going to hear Ryan Adames' latest song, which is Bang. She bangs. Oh, no, don't let me start singing. It's just bang. It's just bang. And this was written by you, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And I imagine, do you play any instruments on it, or you just wrote it and that's it?
This is my first song that I didn't play guitar. There's no guitar in it at all, so this is definitely a different song, so I'm really excited, but I co-produced it.
All right. Well, we are going to play the show out with your song. I want you to say goodbye to your fans, everyone. Ryan, say goodbye to everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for submitting questions.
This is Bang by Ryan Adames. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I apologize to the people who tried to call. Ryan's coming back in, hopefully August, so call in then, okay? All right, sweetie, have a great time on tour and everything. This is Bang by Ryan Adames.
Thank you.
What's your number, can I get it? Let's start an army base and trouble is our mission. You like it, DJ block the system and run into the world without permission. You carry to LA, feel it booming, Central Bay, start an army, supersonic, window 10 will drive up on ya. On ya, be your commander, commander. One by one we fall into action. Time bombs tick go click when we crash them. Don't be scared to unleash your passion. Cause when the beat goes bang, you better go insane. I wanna see you grab someone tonight. When the beat goes bang, you better scream my name. I'll take your body up and touch the sky. When the beat goes bang, 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 when the beat goes, when the beat goes bang. I have your body under my control, who's fixing? We have an army in the club, you're so amazing. And if you like it, bodies burning, dripping. And watch out for the guns, cause they're shooting with them. You carry to LA, feel it booming, Central Bay, start an army, supersonic, window 10 will drive up on ya.
You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona. Only on LA Talk Radio.